do want to also say that I have no affiliation with Dreamville or the OVO Camp. All I'm saying is strictly opinion.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about two artists. Depending on how you feel about these two artists, they are two artists that make the dragon of our generation hip hop, rap, and I guess R&B. One artist, he made he genuinely made. We learned from his mixtapes, his early mixtapes like Friday Night Lights, Come Up, The Warm Up, where he had songs like Young Simba. That's the one artist. While not really from the States, he came to the States and he did what he does best. And this man has a lot of cosigns. He did a lot of cosigns. But however, he went to Rock Nation. He went to Rock Nation. He had the cosign, but he really didn't get a cosign until this Cole the side story showed up. Yes, the one person we're talking about today is J. Cole. The second person depends on where you know him from. If you know him from his earlier projects, you know him from the Room of Improvement. Or we go earlier, So Far Gone, that mixtape. Or maybe you dodged everything and then you heard Thank Me Later. But I also remember years after that, you might have missed both. You might have missed So Far Gone because it might have been on your radar, and then you might have missed Thank Me Later. So then you clearly know, or I would hope that you know the album Take Care. Um, while I have mixed opinions about Take Care, the artist is Drake. The second artist is Drake. Now I know people have mixed opinions on, his penmanship but my thing is I'm looking at his bodies of work. So that means we're gonna look at stuff like, for example, we're gonna look at stuff like, okay, so I'm gonna criticize Take Care a little bit because Take Care, when we go one script and we go off script, Take Care is an album where there have been rumors that the King of EXO wrote it the weekend. So some of the album and Drake finished the rest up, which I don't really, which I like collaborations between artists and stuff like that. However, Drake is the main artist that released Take Care, so I'm not really gonna go in and Take Care unless I have to. However, I did the top 20 to me personally between these two artists, and I think you might be a little shocked. But before we get into these, before we get into these musics, I want to say is that one, J. Cole had a little bit of a Roc Nation Hove cosign, while Drake undoubtedly had a Lil Wayne cosign. It's hard to miss the duo because Wayne took Drake with him places on tour, so it's kind of hard to miss that. However, you know, we do appreciate he made his own music and his own art, so we can't knock him for that, and I don't want to knock him for that. Okay, all right, cool. I'm sorry this intro was longer than it normally is. For these two artists, I do feel heavily about. Like I do put these artists above. I do kind of put these artists in their own category, in their own field, top three. So why we get on the point of introducing these artists? You got like A Star Is Born. You have a J. Cole, A Star Is Born. That's officially which is officially a J. Hope song. However, you have A Human Being Too, which is Wayne and Drake and a little bit of Nicki and a little bit of Twista. stuff like that, but majority Wayne and Drake. But we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about, since they did have amazing cosigns, we're gonna look at their cosigns and who did they cosign. So I know him and Boss are cool, are close. But I do have to give, if it's tribe trouble, that J. Cole co-signed with Boss. With Boss. Sorry. With Boss. Pretty Little Lies that J. Cole, yeah. So, when he was talking about, Black Lives Matter, I think that's what his main topic of discussion was. 21 Savage, a lot, which did put a lot of people on edge because they weren't expecting a lot with 21 Savage and J. Cole. I think when I first heard it shocked me a little bit. So I know it shocked a little more people. Oh, J. Cole on 21 Savage song, which I think did have a little influence on Savage Mode too, if you ask me. J.I.D. off D's when he said, when Cole said J.I.D.'s the closest thing to him. While these other two, he didn't have direct, well, actually, DJ Khaled being a producer, he has the Jermaine interlude, which I do like it. He's talking about real stuff. It's more like, it's the deeper version of Be Free. Now, I put Snow on a Bluff here because I had not heard of No Name before Snow on a Bluff. Thank you, Draco. I just want to put that out there. While on the Drake side of things, I think we did have like the Lil Durk Laugh Now Cry Later, 21 Savage Right Now, 5 Year Old Sosa Demons off of the tapes, the demo tape, the dark demo tape mixtape that he put out earlier last year. Future and Drake just have been collaborating on so much stuff. I learned about it from their joint album that they did a while back. The Mad Guy that has turned R&B upside down. People think he has like a British accent, but he's from LA. He's on the Chicago Freestyle. He's credited too, so that's good. The Pop Can goes out, which I think is heavily deserved, but also heavily given. Party Next Door. Now I say this every single time it comes to Party Next Door, but Party Next Door is a case where he's part OVO. But I think Recognize put him on, but then you'll hear people say, "Yo, come and see me." With the Drake feature, I think Drake he doesn't mind hopping on a Party Next Door album or song, and he normally gets it, and it does do amazing for Party Next Door. Because Party Next Door is not a bad list artist. I think to me he's personally a B tier artist, but I know some people say C, but he's not a bad artist. Okay. I think the thing that people have been waiting on. I did the best 20 songs. To me personally, I did the best 20 songs that were good to me. Right? And I broke these into categories. I broke these into diss tracks. I'm not going to include and features. So, as I said, Take Care is gonna majority be disqualified, so I'm not gonna really bring it up. I think I bring it up like 1-2 times. Wow. Okay, so there are projects they have together that I'm not counting. The Jealousy Freestyle, I'm not counting that because they're both on there, and I'm not picking who had the better verse. In the Morning, which they're both featured on again. I won't be thinking, yo, who was the harder verse, who was the, Okay. So, 2019 was a crazy year. So I think I put their most popular tracks to see who would win, right? So I put Middle Child versus In My Feelings. And personally, I'm gonna go with Middle Child. What do you want to say, yours? Unfair. And it might be, and I know I'm a little biased towards Cole and Drake. I am fully aware of that. However, I'm in the middle of two generations, which he is, which him and Drake would be. But I'm in the middle of two generations. I think that it's just a catchier hook and a catchier verse to me. The second one I have to practice in Immortal. I think Immortals. I was gonna do Neighbors, but I think Neighbors just doesn't fit the vibe of this list. Okay. Once an Addiction and Pound Cake. I think Pound Cake wins that. No problem. Friends versus Connect. And I'm gonna have to give it to J. Cole's Friends. That's on KOD. Which I know people didn't like. A lot of people who have mixed opinions on KOD. I do like KOD. Now, this is more like an idol to become rival thing. And it's Tuscan Leather versus Let Nas Down. And you guessed it, yeah, I'm gonna Let Nas Down by J. Cole. I'm definitely going that. UNS6 and No Role Models. To me personally, UNS6 is great. I love it. If you're reading this, it's too late. I love it on that. I love it on there. However, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, No Role Models is first piece Uncle Phil. For real, I'm just always gonna go with No Role Models, no matter what's against. I'm going No Role Models. January 28th. That's our January 28th. And there's also Love Yours. Oh no, I'm sorry. I did the best I ever had. Love Yours versus Western Road Flow. To me personally, that is a tie. I can't give it to one song or the other. I like Western Road Flow. I love Yours. They're both good songs to me. I can't really pick on what song is better and what song isn't. To me personally, I just can't pick. However, I understand that they have features. And so I tried to match these features as best as I could. And I mean as best as I could because I couldn't. It was hard to find. It was hard to find these two artists that have like common features. So, with them not really having any common features, I try to match as much as possible. So their top, I think Cole's top 10 features versus Drake's top 10 features. Let's look at this list real quick. So it's Power Trip featuring Miguel on Born Center. And it's Miss Me with Drake. Thank Me Later. I'm gonna go Power Trip. It's also Crooked Smile versus Glow. But Crooked Smile has TLC. And Glow has Kanye West. I love Kanye West at samples. I love Graduation. I love him pre-graduation. His graduation album. But I'm gonna go Crooked Smile. Take It with Rihanna versus Amber. With J. Cole's Amber. She Knows. I'm going She Knows. 1993 on Revenge of the Dreamers 3 versus Make Me Proud. I'm going with Make Me Proud featuring Nicki. Under the Sun, the Lord Knows. Under the Sun is on Revenge of the Dreamers 3. Now this was something I just couldn't decide because I do like Under the Sun to a degree. I like the J. Cole verse. I like the Luke verse. Lord knows. Oh, that Rick Ross verse. That Rick Ross verse is crazy. But considering that it's a 2v2, like it's 2v2. Now, Take Care is a little older. But I'm gonna have to go Revenge of the Dream for the son. Because they were talking about economics and Taken. I think that's clever. I think that's more of a clever wordplay than Lord Knows. I do like the beat on Lord Knows, but I think all together, I think Under the Sun, economics, economics, it's there. Down Bad versus Cruel Love. Now, this is gonna be crazy because I was just down, head like the head honcho part. I do, but I like it more melodic. The Weeknd, and that's the problem. I like it more melodic. And you love it, and she's loving the groove. Yeah, like she's loving the groove. Yeah, I like that from The Weeknd. So I'm gonna have to go with that over basically Down Bad. But I like them both equally. But I think Down Bad is to me because it's just like you had them, and me personally, I do like J. Cole's, like J.I.D.'s. Right now, you have Metaphors versus Board of Education, but I do like that but she's loving it. That's the problem. Like I like J. Cole's verse, but I like The Weeknd, but she's loving it. I like that part of The Weeknd's voice. So, so I'll give Loving the Crew more, but if I go with the J. Cole kind of aesthetic between J. Cole and Drake, who has the better verse in the song, I'm definitely going J. Cole. Because he's a head honcho. Yeah. So used to, featuring Lil Wayne versus A Star Is Born by Hov and Cole. And like Used To, and it was on Wayne's dedication. I have to give to A Star Is Born. Now this one is kind of weird to me. I did Lil Wayne and Bunny B versus Gang Starr. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't figure out like a group that Cole did something with that besides Swerve and stuff like that, and I just didn't want to pick something that was early. So I did Family and Loyalty versus Uptown. And Gang Starr wins with J. Cole or Family and Loyalty. Uptown. Now this is where I don't understand where I went with this list, because this list is weird. So they both have diss tracks. They both have their way to deal with diss tracks. And Drake's is more, we're gonna get you with this. We're gonna get you more angry. We're gonna go jab to jab to jab to jab to jab to jab. I'm gonna call it what it is. J. Cole's like, yeah, I'm talking. We're gonna do some talking, man. We're not gonna sit there, just we're not gonna sit there and do that. However, so I had Everyone Dies by J. Cole, an 8 out of 10. I'm going with Everyone Dies because that's just a better diss album to me. It's more, it doesn't feel as personal, but it's like, yeah, you diss me, I'm gonna diss you, but it's gonna be a little jab in there. Oh, okay, so I feel bad. I really do feel bad for doing this. I do. I gave In My Feelings versus False Prophet. Now, In My Feelings is not supposed to be about Kim K, but I think 8 out of 10 is definitely about that. So I'll do it that way. I'll rate it against False Prophet and Everyone Dies. And I still give it to False Prophet because False Prophet made Kanye just more of a subtle pissed off. Now, for artists that I was not paying attention to when I first started off, Snow on a Bluff and Charged Up. Where I was going to Snow on a Bluff, and Free Smoke. Alright? Now, Someone of Love and Two Birds, One Stone. By Drake, that was I think it was a Kid Cudi diss track that was supposed to be on a More Life mixtape, but it didn't make it, and it was about Kid Cudi. Someone of Love was about this artist named No Name. I'm not saying she has no name. Her artist tag is No Name. So, I was about No Name, and I do, for some reason, believe that Someone of Love is better than me. Now, back to... Okay, so... This last one is gonna seem a little weird. But Back to Back versus 1985. 1985 was that Lil Pump and the younger rappers, while Back to Back was that Meek Hill. And I like Back to Back, I do. They made up though. I like Back to Back, and they made up. As you should if something happens you shouldn't want to make up. But 1985 I did like Red because he was dissing everybody, and it's supposed to be the introduction to the Fall Off. So I'm putting this all in before the Fallout even drops. So if I'm wrong, I'll definitely come back to this argument about 1985 when the Fallout officially drops. But for now, that's where everything's lining up as of right now. And I think this is just me personally, but I think these two guys, it seems like a Young Money, Cash Money versus Roc Nation. Who's still there? Who isn't? Like, who's there? Like, they all made their own thing. Like, J. Cole has Dreamville. Drake has OVO, October's very own. And I think these guys are very talented. However, I think personally for me, Cole has more. Cole definitely has more than me. I think it came to being like 14. I think it officially came around to 14-6. But I'm thinking to myself, like, these guys, like, when the next generation of rap talks, this is gonna be like how we want to picture it. Like, who is he better MC? Who's better lyrically? Who's better with a pen? And I think that's the only reason why Drake doesn't have more songs for me, is because we were questioning his penmanship after If You're Reading This Is Too Late, when Quentin Miller got exposed. But on the other hand, I want to say this, collaborations are good. You got the credit. If you look at the actual credit, it's there. It says Quentin Miller. But these guys are amazing in their own right, in their own field. I just hope that I wish them the best of luck in 2021 and up. I do just wish them the best of luck because these are strong artists with strong labels like OVO, and Dreamville. Their rosters are packed. Party Next Door, really. Party Next Door. Then you got like JID. Then you got Boss. Then you got R. Lennox. Yo, I think, for me personally, Roc Nation and then Dreamville. I think that's the route Wayne took, and I think that's the route Rose took, and I think it's all Wayne took it. He got Drake and Nicki. He did it and made YMCMB. I just think if we're looking at the periodic table of how it felt, I think I'm gonna have to go with Dreamville on this one. Dreamville just has that structure. But I do wish them the best of luck. Y'all, if y'all want to leave a comment and then just tell me how y'all felt about it, we always do that. Just have a conversation. Just wish y'all the best. We do it like that. And definitely see y'all in the next one.